Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Good morning. All right, so this is what I'm planning on doing. So right as we open, I'd like to get into some lotto calls. So I'm gonna look for lotto calls expiring either Wednesday or Thursday, or Wednesday or Friday, for a bounce to around 418 to 419, I think, on the SPY. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab into some, and for these calls, it's gonna be very, very cheap, and I'm not going to really even look at them. So I'm gonna start getting into. So this is a lotto. This is a complete gamble. All right. So I'm getting into August 24th and August 26th. 421 calls. Complete gamble here, essentially, waiting for a bounce up. I'm not even looking at it. I'm just gonna get into it and essentially just hold on and see if we can get a bounce. 417 is a major area of support on the SPY. We are very overextended to the downside on it so far, so it makes sense to try to grab a small light lotto play for a bounce upwards, and let's see if it plays out. So yeah, so far August 24th, SPY 421 calls. Just grabbing these. And now, as that play is, now that's happened, now we're just gonna wait for, you know, the usual plays that we make. But you have to keep in mind, everything is at major support. The SPY is at major support. Everything is really has fallen to support. So you don't try to aggressively short at these areas. You generally try to buy at support. So that is my plan. Essentially, I'm going to be leaning bullish, but we have to see how the early morning price action is going to be. So we need to see if they're going to reward bears or bulls. And I expect some choppiness between 417 to 418. So let's see how that plays out. All right, I'm going to get into light 0D to E at the money SPY calls for a move upwards. Let's see if we can continue up. Light position. This is early morning. We don't know if they're going to break it down lower, but yeah, just going to hold on to these now. All right. I don't like early morning price action. Let's see if close out here. Momentum is still very bearish. We need buyers to step in for a bounce. Otherwise, momentum is going to continue falling lower. I'm gonna close out these if we get a close below 416.65. I'm gonna close these out for a loss. Let's just wait for a better setup. We already have these other calls that we're holding on to, the 421 calls that we'll hold on to. Otherwise, let's just wait and see, wait for direction. So far, direction is continuing to fall lower. Yes, NJPA, yes. I'm gonna grab into some SPY calls here with a low of day support as a stop loss. Very tight, about 10-cent stop loss. Just buying calls with a stop loss at a low of day so far. Let's see if they hold this level of support for a bounce. Momentum is still very, very bearish. IWM is showing strength. The NASDAQ has also found support. Apple looks like it's moving upwards as well. But the IWM is definitely the big winner here so far. Tech is weak, which is the reason why the market is a bit weak as well. It's difficult to be aggressively long here, especially since we're trading below levels of resistance. So any of these moves can just be very big bull traps. So it's important not to get too aggressive, because the overall momentum is bearish, and you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of the trade. But so far we can see that this level is holding us support. Now we need a break above 416.40 for a continued move upwards. 416.40 is a major pivot point on the SPY. Right here. Basically at the high of this minute candle. And this is a 1 minute chart of the SPY for everyone that's just tuning in. We're trading the closest at the money contracts for the options on the SPY. And yeah. IV is also pretty Not really that high, but it's higher than usual. It's at 34.6%. Made $300. Thanks. Nice. Congratulations. Nice. Glad to hear it. IWM breaking above VWAP. So if the IWM breaks above VWAP, that should be a good sign for the SPY. But the SPY is showing weakness because tech is the big loser. IWM failed to close above VWAP. It wicked. But yeah, so for now, just keep your position sizes light. Nothing too crazy. Let's just wait. We fell to a very strong level of support. Now it seems like the market is trying to figure out whether we want to continue falling lower or hold this level and bounce. So let's just wait and see. We bought calls at support, making it very, very simple. And let's just see how that plays out. So far this morning, we've seen that they have rewarded bears with continued downward follow through. So we broke below low of day within the first few minutes, and then we had follow through. So far, they've rewarded bears. So it's good to be cognizant of that. And also, it's very, very important not to get sucked into any plays. Don't respond to big green candles and don't respond to big red candles. So you need to basically wait and enter before we grab anything on momentum. You want to grab them at support to solidify safety, etc. for your position. So just yeah, be careful. We're at support. It makes sense that we bounce very, very simply. And yeah, let's see. Move your camera back to see the full screen. Can you please move your I'm not able to I won't be able to do that properly. Sorry guys. All right, so far we've clearly bounced off of support very, very nicely. These calls are up 12% very, very nicely, which is nice. Great little play, 15%. Makes sense, guys. Just very, very simple play. Like, you're just buying calls at support. We dramatically fell overnight to a major level of support, and it makes sense. No reason to overcomplicate things. These contracts are up 17%. Go ahead and take some profits and leave runners. And yeah, very simple, guys. Everyone on TikTok, make sure to hit the like button. Everyone that's looking at the For You page on TikTok, make sure to click into the live and join it and just drop some likes. I would really appreciate that. So now for this play, the runners are still up about 11%, 12%. So we are just going to hold runners and just let this ride. Hold runners, let this ride. Let's see if this can break above high of day. Bulls want to see this. Bulls want this to hold above 416.50. So if this can hold above 416.50, that'd be great for a continued move to the upside. But of course, nothing is guaranteed. So definitely take profits and leave runners. So for the runner positions, for everyone that's new, what I mean by that is, say for example, you're holding 10 calls. You take profit and you hold maybe 5 or 7, right? And just let the rest ride out to see if we can get more. And with those, you either sell at break even of your entry point, or you sell to remain within profit. So yeah. Big wick. Big wick. So this isn't, it looks bullish that we wicked, but this isn't the most bullish setup. It looks like we might fall back down to 416.50 and fill this wick. So just be cognizant about that. What would be the next major? Wait, Akil, 350% on SPY puts I swung. Wow. Congrats. What would be the next major support if we keep falling? 415. Oheim, I really hope that head and shoulders pattern next days would be a good opportunity for next week's. Yep. Yeah, interesting. IKG, nice play. Thank you. Hey, just started watching your videos recently. Amazing content. Much respect. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Clark Kent lost 2.5K on SPY calls over the weekend. Damn. It's tough. It's tough to hold calls over the weekend, especially you know, there's so much bearish momentum. It's okay. There'll be more opportunities. Thank you guys for all the likes. Really appreciate it. We probably fill the gap to 411 before going up, right? I don't know. I'm leaning bullish for this morning. I'm leaning bullish as long as we can remain above support. What you thinking about AMC? I'm not too sure, to be honest. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with AMC. I haven't I don't even know what ape is. I'm not even sure what they're doing, man. It's crazy. All right, everyone should already be out of their runners. I hope. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the likes. 2.8K likes, man. Thank you so much. Really, 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 really appreciate it. More plays to come. More plays to come. Let's see what they do with this low of day, if they could hold 416. Momentum looks clearly very bearish. IWM is holding support. Tesla is showing a lot of weakness, which is one of the main reasons why the market itself is showing a lot of weakness. Apple also showing a lot of weakness. Let's see if these larger tech stocks, Amazon, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia not looking too bad, AMD not looking too bad. Facebook not looking too bad either. Okay. We're looking at the SPY, the SP500. So usually what we could do is we basically enter puts as we break and close below low of day. But because things are already so close to support, I don't want to really do that just yet. All right. Let's see if these things can find support. VIX is up 12% today. Oh, almost 13%. This is a lot of weakness coming out of the market. Let's see if they can bounce this up at all. All right, I'm grabbing light SPY calls again with low of day stop loss. At the money SPY calls. Very, very light. But we have to keep taking small stabs at high probability trades. So this is, once again, we're just playing the support after a big flush. So we're just waiting to see if we can bounce off of this level of support. We didn't get a substantial amount of follow through on this move down so far. For everyone that basically went short. So basically, many people went short as we broke and closed below low of day, right? So on this candle here, many people ended up going short. And they did not allow a substantial amount of follow through for that. So that is the reason why I wanted to enter into calls. And it looks like this is so far should work. So all of the people that went short here, and short over here, down here, they ended up losing money as we ripped upwards here. So that's the reason why I went long. And these contracts are up 10%, 14%. These contracts are up 14%. Definitely go ahead and take some profits and leave runners. Very, very simple plays, guys. Very, very simple plays. We're just going, buying calls at support. Very, very simple. That's it. If they wanna break it below support, go ahead, break it below support. But we have our 10, 15, 20 cent stop loss. It doesn't really matter. Like, very, very tight play, very high risk reward plays that we're taking, and they end up working out. If they don't end up working out, they end up working out eventually, and that's trading for you. Contracts are up 15%. So definitely take some profits and leave runners. Beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful play. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see if we get some follow through. Bulls want this to stay above 416, ideally. If the SPY can stay above 416, that's good. But now the next major level of resistance is going to be 416.40. So if we can break above 416.40, then things should be very, very interesting. But make sure you're taking profits and leaving runners. And yeah. So far, so good. Guys, I think I'm allowed to ask this now. If you guys have made money so far, type in a 1 in the chat. Type in a 1 in the chat if I helped you guys make some money. If you guys are green for the day, type a 1 in the chat. I understand we missed the early morning flush down. I completely understand, but we caught some calls at support twice. So I think we should all be pretty profitable for the day so far. Ones. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, uno, ones, nice. Very nice, very nice. All right. Very nice. Nice. Good to hear it. About even. Yeah, it makes sense. Green and done for the day. Yeah, man, you're up. You made 300% on SPY puts. I'm not even sure why you're still here. All right, so basically you can see that the SPY hard rejected 416.40. So if we can close above that level, man, that's going to be very, very interesting. Going to be great. So just make sure you take profits and leave runners. And thank you guys so much. Just joined. Wait 1 second. Getting a lot. That day trading will only put not smart. We in uncharted markets here. You should never go short on level breakouts. Jesus loves you. I'm up 50% on puts. This is coming up. Nice. Nice. Just joined. What's the next move? So basically we bought calls on the SPY at low of day so far, and we are holding on to runners. And so far the play is up 15%. So essentially, for the day, it would make sense from a trading standpoint that the SPY should retest at least 418 to 419. I would be very, very shocked at the weakness if we don't retest that level. So yeah, guys, the next major levels of support to the downside below here is 415 and 415.50, obviously. He better not be holding ace. My aura is green. Nice. Only have a 2K port. Made $200 so far. That's awesome. Wow, that's perfect. What else? That's it. That's beautiful, man. All right, can we get a close above 416.40, please? This is a major level of resistance. Many people are going short here. A lot of the late bears are trying to go short here. But if we can get a close above 416.40, that'd be great. The other thing, so essentially, they made people bearish off of this close on this candle. We saw that there wasn't enough substantial follow through to the downside. I saw a level of support being held. On the daily chart, we were also at a major level of support. So it made sense to play the bounce to the upside. But so far, we can see that 416.40 is acting as a major level of resistance. Many people that went short here are now profitable. So we need to see if they can hold the support and bounce back higher. But this is not a good sign for that. So make sure you guys are managing your positions properly. Let's see if they try to put in a higher low here. Market looks like it's gonna make a new low soon. I'd be surprised if they could hold this level of support. Indicators, using the MACD and the RSI and the Bollinger Band. Don't you put that level of support? I'm not selling these SPY calls till I see 418. Nice. And now we wait and see what they do. Main level of resistance for today on the SPY so far is 416.40. We saw that it acted as support early morning at around 9:35, 9:40, as well as just recently over here at around 10 o'clock. So time frame is the 1 minute time frame. yeah, like just from a like a trading standpoint, from everything standpoint, it just doesn't make sense why they wouldn't want us to bounce back to at least 418. Let's see. Let us see. From the recent highs to the recent low, the 23.6% fib is 419.44. And usually that is a very that target is usually something that see, I don't want people to become just super aggressively blindly bullish, but a retest of the 23.6% fib almost always happens. So that level is at 419.50 and we're currently at 416. So just, yeah, from a risk reward standpoint, we've got really decent support down at 415 and decent upside resistance at 418 to 419. So basically going long here for big money would be a 2 to 1 or a 3 to 1 risk reward. But let's see how that works out. How have you set it up? So basically I dragged the fib level from the recent high on August 16th to today's low. And then that's how I got those values. Good morning, Jesse. Yep, I'll definitely respond to you soon. Momentum is starting to fade out. There is not sustainable bullish momentum so far. I believe that might change if we can hold and break above 416.40. So until then, any calls and everything that we buy, we have to be very nimble, because this is a very bearish day so far. We're trading below support, like the local support, but then we have major support at around 415. So yeah. I'm new to stock trading. What are some key things to look at? I would recommend you learn technical analysis. That would help you understand the charts and what you're looking at. There's a lot of free good courses on YouTube that you can watch. One of my favorite ones is called Informed Trades. You can definitely get a lot of good insight from that. Informed Trades on YouTube. It's a really good course. Now is a perfect time for them to rip it to the downside and bring it down to 415. Everyone that was basically very bullish, it would be beautiful for them to just rip it down lower. A flush, like a nice flush to the downside, it would be a perfect opportunity for them to do that. All right, SPY low of day. Let's see if we get more follow through to the downside. chopping around retail. Many people just became very bearish just now. I'm gonna buy light SPY calls with the 415.66 stop loss. Light SPY calls, 415.66 stop loss. Still holding these, but so far, looks like we are very choppy so far. The expiration is always the closest dated expiration unless I specify otherwise. NASDAQ is continuing to show a lot of weakness, so that weakness is seeping into the SPY. We're hovering around this 415.66 area. New low of day on the NASDAQ. Should only be looking to aggressively play when there's a trending day. Right now it's not necessarily a trending day, so let's see. Are you still in those calls? Yes. So act soon. I mean, like, what gets better than this? Nothing. Nothing gets better than this. All right, so we held support. We're curling upwards. Let's see if we can continue. But we want to see a close above wicks. See how we're wicking at this level of resistance? We want to see a solid candle close above these levels. Until then, not looking too good. Very choppy price action so far. It looks like they really want it to just collapse to 415. Wow. This isn't going to go up until big money starts buying. And it doesn't look like buyers are really stepping in. We've just been... It's been a very slowly drawn out bearish day so far, pragmatically speaking. That's what's been happening. So we see the SPY forming a bit of a falling wedge. On the 1 minute, which could be bullish, but once again, oh, nice low of day. Crazy. Closing these out for a loss. This is a lot of weakness. This is a lot of weakness coming out of the market. If we can close and hold back above basically 416.45, maybe 416.50, that would be a really, really good, that would signal more, you know, bullishness for the day. But so far we've just been failing at resistance. So yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for the market to make a substantial move. We're not seeing a huge amount of follow through to the downside as we continue to get closer to levels of support. But we are holding support. We do wick a little bit below it, but then we are trading within a range currently. So, but it is also very important not to marry one side. Never, it's important never to marry our bias. SPY is at falling wedge support. So on the 1 minute chart. So we should see a bounce. As long as 415.20 should hold, we should see a bounce to 415.66. Buying light calls here, 415.22 as a stop loss, because we are in a falling wedge. Falling wedges are one of the most bullish patterns. So I'm buying calls here, very tight stop loss, basically right below low of day. And my target is going to be around 415.60 for a move upward on this falling wedge. If we break to the downside, that's going to be very weak. Let's see if we could get a close. Sitting at support at the trend line on the falling wedge. Just holding. Still sitting at support. Support on the falling wedge is basically around 415.18, 415.17. So let's see if that can hold. Falling wedges have around an 80% success rate of bouncing to the upside. So I would be very, not really shocked, but let's see. Momentum is very bearish if we break to the downside. Oh, yeah, sorry. Wick to the upside and then a move downwards. Very bearish. Wow. Okay. Momentum is very bearish. Usually falling wedges should have broken out already. Yeah, I'm gonna sell these. Taking an L here. 80% chance that they usually work. They did not work here. Oh. Don't see that every day. Nice. So yeah, it would for bulls we really need above 416.40. Otherwise, every single different little play that you tried to go long on has just been a not a big winner. For starters, what would you recommend using as a brokerage? I wouldn't recommend using Robinhood. You should open up a cash account on either TD Ameritrade or Webull. So I would definitely open up a cash account. But yeah, this is a lot of selling pressure. This is nice. Some really interesting selling pressure. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of messages. I'm buying August 29th 416 calls. A light position. I'm gonna have a 10% stop loss. Don't want to get chopped around at these lows here, but basically just holding. Got into some SPY calls for a few days out expiration for a move upwards with a hard 10% stop loss. Don't want to get into anything shorter dated to get chopped out for premium. But want to see if we can get some momentum to the upside. European gas took a hit as well. Hey, this is the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, the market definitely looks like there's like ridiculous selling pressure. Bulls are nowhere to be found. The market is very weak. It feels weak. It yeah. So that's the reason why I'm getting into the SPY calls for a few days out. Give us some wiggle room here at support. And let's see. Markets can start trending bullish again as long as once the SPY breaks back above 416.40. But until then, things are pretty bearish still. I don't have the volume profile on the chart. This is the MACD and the RSI and Bollinger Band. Energy rising, market going much lower. Dixie got clapped. Dixie got clapped, and the 30-year bond is also showing a bit of weakness, but the Dixie and the bonds usually take about a day or two to even out and for their influence to influence the market. Where are those lines coming from? So basically, so this website that you guys are seeing right now is tradingview.com. So on tradingview.com, you could add a bunch of different indicators. And the three indicators that you guys currently see, this is the MACD indicator, this is the RSI, and basically this is the Bollinger Bands. Sunbang making bank with puts. Nice. Sick. Glad to see Sunbang doing well. All right, so we see that we wicked at a low of day again, and then we popped up higher. That's basically been the that's been the pattern all day so far. So we make a new low, we wick, and then we bounce higher, and then from that bounce we make a new low again. So it's just really, really choppy down here. So just that's another reason why we grabbed the August 29th contracts. Those are only down about 4% right now. So it gives us something to hold on to as the market chops around here. But once again, we're at support. And yeah, we just have to wait, honestly. There's not this isn't a really fast moving trending market so far. It's been an hour into the market already. And bears are in control. Let's see if bulls have something to say about this. Honestly, the only way that bulls can really, really have any sort of say in what happens today is we need 416.40. That's when things can be a bit more interesting. That's when the SPY can break above 418, 419, 420. So yeah. Thanks for all of the follows. Thanks for all your likes. So boring. Yes. Pretty sure we're bottoming. Look on the 1 hour chart for the trend bottom. Yep. 415 calls. Yes. August 29th puts or calls. So we got into August 29th, 416 calls. Puts up 600%. Wow. Wow. Congratulations. That is crazy. What are you still doing here? If puts are up 600%, take the rest of the day off. That's crazy. Congrats. John, Francisco, guys, everyone in the live on TikTok, just keep it civil, man. We're all here trying to make some money. We're all here trying to trade, make some money, have a good time, you know. Don't take anything personally. Always just keep money and making the right trading decision at the forefront. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Yeah, Michael Burry selling everything is definitely not a good sign. Hi, Helmet. Do you mind if I ask about your MACD and Bollinger Band? So the Bollinger Band settings are the same. They're the default. The MACD settings are different. So on the MACD, I have a 3, 10, 16 MACD settings. Alrighty. Francesca, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Everyone has their own opinions. Thank you so much for the likes, Faith. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What time frame is this? This is the 1 minute time frame. All right. Let's see if the SPY can continue to move upwards here. Many people are starting to become more bullish, but can this platform do 10 seconds? Yes, it can do 10 seconds. You just have to pay the premium. Do you always trade the SPY? Yeah, primarily I trade the SPY, QQQ IWM, and then the large tech stocks. What moving averages do you use? The 10, 50, and 200 on the simple moving average. I like the 9 and the 20 exponential moving averages. Also the 8 and 13 exponential moving averages are nice as well. All right, so once again, we came to this level of resistance and wicked. So we need to get a close basically above 415.33. If the SPY can close above 415.33, we can continue moving on higher. Doesn't mean anything just yet. Many people are becoming aggressively bullish right now, but once again, it does not mean much. We need multiple closes for a continued move upwards. So the main level of resistance on the SPY currently would be around 415.64. Pragmatically speaking, that would be, so obviously 415.50 and then 415.64. So we have to keep an open mind and understand that people are going to be bearish and adding to shorts at these new levels of resistance. So yes, we had this pop, great, but we need closes above 415.50 and above 415.70-ish on the SPY. Otherwise, this was just a falling wedge pop for a retest of resistance and then a reshorting opportunity. Keep the VIX real quick though. What's happening with the VIX? What's happening with the VIX? Oh, VIX dumping. Okay. Is it dumping? Yeah. Yeah, the VIX is showing some weakness. I wouldn't call it dumping just yet though. Once the market opens at 7:30 normally, what time do you think is a good time to start trading? I trade once market opens, the New York session opens at 9:30. Oh yeah, no problem. Mountain time. Looks like we're finally forming a base here. 826 QQQ 317 calls. Oh, you said that before we bounced. Nice. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, clearly, the market showed a lot more weakness today than I anticipated. So we just have to wait to see if these levels hold and we end up breaking above the levels of resistance. Otherwise, we can clearly see that bears are in control so far for today. I really appreciate all you guys liking and following on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, make sure to drop a like on the YouTube stream as well. And everyone that's watching on YouTube, there is a 10-second delay. So if you don't want to deal with the delay, I'm also streaming on Twitch, where there is only about a 1 or 2 second delay. So it's up to you guys. Are we still holding lotto calls? Yes, I'm still holding lotto calls. I'm not even looking at them. Honestly, now would probably be a better time to add into the lotto calls, to be honest. I would be shocked if we don't see 418 or 419 today. But that's why they're lotto, because you know, it's not guaranteed. So only enter with something that you're willing to lose 100% of. So now imagine a wave is crashing down at something, right? So obviously the overall momentum of the market, very bearish momentum, right? But once the waves crash onto something, for it to even out, it needs to seep back and forth. So sometimes like a bit of the wave can crash into the boardwalk, it'll fall back out, etc., etc. So for it to even out, there needs to be some whiplashing movement. So right now on this bottom of the market, due to the overall huge momentum to the downside, this is the whiplashing movement. So once we get over the initial like brunt of the momentum, and once things even out, that's when we'll get a much better understanding of direction. Because so far the wave of bearish momentum basically crashed to support. So now that we're at support, are we going to even out, or are we going to continue crashing? The odds of us continuing to crash is very low. Okay, Chaz, this looks exactly like those June gap downs. Yeah, it feels really weak, similar to June as well. Brian, I think we will get one more dump before the pump. That's possible. That is very possible. Yeah, the dollar bounced. The dollar and energy is bouncing. Double bottom at 1035 can indicate a reversal to the upside. Yeah. I agree. When dollar and energy rise, market is done. MACD also starting to transition. Uptrend. Okay. Yeah, we just have to see. Travis, think we get a bounce or a sell afternoon? This is very, very weak from the market. So the market just feels deflated. Even the bounces that we're getting aren't really healthy bounces. So that's the issue at the moment. They paint things very, very bearish, and then they ripped it to the upside. And then once they paint things very bullish, they rip it to the downside. So at this point, the market is chopping down. We missed the initial move downwards. So there's no point of trying to overcompensate with anything just yet. Just play safe. We can clearly see the market is in a range. It's chopping around at the bottoms here. This weakness is no joke. This is not a joke. This weakness is very, very weak. This is really interesting. I'll be right back. What's your Discord? The link is in the bio. The issue with the double bottom is made in your lower low. Yes. 413 on SPX before reversal. That would be crazy. But totally possible. Bay Street Bull. The market has one purpose: to seek out liquidity. It looks for areas that liquidity sits and runs those stops before resuming direction. Yes, I agree. Why is this still considered a bull trend? I don't think it's a bull trend. As it broke below 417, bullish. The bullish area is done. Below 417, so I don't think this is bullish. Apple new lows. Tesla. Buy low of day. Wow, today they can't even break above moving averages. We're not even getting solid closes above any of the moving averages on a 1 minute. The 50, the 20, crazy. Is this Forex? No, this is the S&P 500. Hey boss, what time would you recommend to start once the market opens? You need to trade according to when you're most comfortable to trade, but I start as soon as the market opens. Just try out different things, see what works for you, what doesn't, what times work best for you, etc., etc. Huge resistance at 414.71. Yeah. Market's definitely acting very, very deflated. So playing aggressive to the call side is not the best idea. To play aggressive to the call side, we need back 416.40 or ideally 417. Otherwise, the market is so deflated right now. Very nice. Very nice for bears. Congrats to all you guys. 10 years up 3%. This will continue to drop until Fed talks on Thursday. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, man. Freddie, this is the 1 minute time frame. So far, this was an amazing shorting opportunity from this bounce. And what we basically saw was the wicks acted as resistance, and it basically did not allow us to close above these wicks. So that's why that acted as resistance, and it was a good signal. That's crazy. This is The market is acting very, very weak. It's actually pretty exciting to see. Risky business. Good morning. Oh, welcome. Welcome. Nice. See, now the issue with J Sharps, Apple is way overextended to the downside. RSI is blown. The issue with indicators and everything being overextended to the downside, they can stay very overextended to the downside. And even if we pop back up, they won't necessarily pop back up to a substantial gain. But yeah, let's see how this goes here. See, now once again, we made a new low of day, right? So we broke below. So this line that I just drew, that was low of day. We closed below low of day. We barely got any sort of follow through. And everyone that went short all throughout these candles here, their shorts were ripped to the upside just now. So once again, that's why we're holding on to calls further dated out, not to get chopped around here. Good revere. So grateful for you, brother. At Hum Trades printing money left and right. I hope so. We're not printing too much today. Sunbang is printing, and everyone that went short from the traders chat is printing. So I hope you guys are doing well. Asian Dream. I just broke even. I lost money on call and got into puts to break even. Nice. Nice. Yeah, so at this point, we can hypothetically say a lot of different things can happen, etc. But definitely what we know is that the market is very bearish. Below 417, very bearish. But 415 is major support. And then today, above 416.50, bulls should get more momentum to the upside. But so far, again, we're seeing that there isn't any momentum to the downside. Once we close below low of day, there's not enough follow through to the downside. What they're doing is they're making people go short at resistance. So they're making people go short at resistance and go long at support. Mythical cookie. I always do the opposite of what I think and end up making bans. Yeah, makes sense. Freddy, how do you find your strike price? I always buy the closest at the money contract price. Unless it's a lotto, then I buy something out the money. Now we just wait. Bulls want to see a close above 415.03. Ideally above 415.10ish. The 5-minute candle closed sort of bullishly. Interesting. Dr. Fauci just retired? Holy crap. Wow. Anthony Fauci says, we'll be stepping down from positions of director of NIAID and chief of the NIAID Laboratory of Immunoregulation. Says we'll be stepping down from the position of chief medical advisor to President Joe Biden. Will be leaving in December. Wow. Crazy. Hey Shib, thanks so much for the wishing bottle. I will respond soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wishing bottle. Awesome. Are you in a trade? Yes, we're holding on to August 29th. 416 SPY calls. Ayan, I answered for 4.36, so they're currently 4.27. And I'm gonna have a 10% stop loss on those. Yeah, choppy, I mean, it's choppy, but the market is just deflated and very, very weak. So Bulls want to see Apple hold above 168.38. Apple showing strength. Tesla showing similar strength. Bulls want to see it hold above 864. Amazon. Video. All right, let's see. IWM is at VWAP 191.65-ish area. It's trading a bit below it, but we reversed heavily off of the VWAP. Apple starting to show some strength. SPY starting to show some strength. NASDAQ needs above 316. If the NASDAQ can hold above 316, that'd be really, really good. So far, so good. Markets. Let's see if the IWM can hold and break above VWAP. Everything is at resistance now. The IWM is at resistance. Apple is at 168.60 resistance. The NASDAQ is at 315.94 resistance as well. If the IWM can break and hold above the VWAP, given the fact that tech is now starting to bounce, we could have some added momentum. Because tech can then help the SPY go up. Whereas the entire day, tech has been one of the reasons why the SPY was showing weakness. When should I enter call? I don't think you should enter calls just yet. They might be a little too risky. Brian, IWM 190 put. Oh yeah, nice. You said that you want to enter at VWAP. That's a good trade. That is a good trade. Apple is really starting to Apple is really starting to show a lot of strength. Hmm. Very interesting. Calls ain't looking good. Should I buy put if it bounces off 415.50? I don't even know if we might even get a retest of 415.50. Not sure. Let's see. Not sure. Dollar is running away. Calls ain't looking good. Should I buy put? Let's buy puts 415. Got it at 416.5. Do you think I should hold? You should take profits and leave. You should be in good profit, so you should take some profits and leave runners. Oil just ripped. Dixie just keeps on climbing higher and higher. Wow, the dollar is really, really, really ripping. Holy crap. Oh my god. Wow. The dollar is really, really ripping. Bonds are starting to show excessive weakness as well. The dollar is showing excessive strength. As the dollar pulls back and as the bonds find a bottom, that usually signals that the stock market should find a short-term bottom as well, and we should bounce. So in the next few days, we might have a bounce back up to levels of resistance. So let's see. But the dollar skyrocketing like this today. Let things play out. There's definitely more room to the downside, etc. So tomorrow we have PMI numbers, PMI data coming out at 9:45 a.m. And then on Thursday we have the preliminary GDP numbers. Saying that if they don't scare you out of your position, they will bore you to death. Applies today. No, I mean, to be fair, we just didn't really play short as much as we should have. But yes, in terms of the call position that we're in, yes, we are currently bored. As the dollar tops out like this, on the pullback, it should be bullish for the stock market. Especially as the 30-year bond is starting to, it's continuing to show weakness on the daily chart as well. If you put the 30-year bond on trading view and put up the Bollinger Bands, you can see that the 30-year bond is trading outside of the lower Bollinger Bands. So those two things combined, once they even out and re-enter into the Bollinger Bands, the dollar and the 30-year bond, that should signal a short-term bottom being formed on the stock market. But doesn't look like that's what's happening right now. But it does look like some sort of a inverted head and shoulders forming on the SPY. Grant, can you tune me in? Update on the SPY, what's happening with it? So basically, we broke below major support. We broke below 417. We broke below 416.40. And now we're at major support at around 415. 414.50. So now basically we need to see if this level can hold as support, and will we come back and retest 417, 418, 419. The move upward might not happen until later on today. We could keep on chopping around for quite some time, to be honest. Everything is still hovering around resistance here. So once again, regardless, the SPY, we want to close above 415.50. So we've seen this level fail multiple times. Well, how's everyone's day going so far? Like, not much going on. Did you guys have a good breakfast? I'll be right back. Blow my nose. Bored. Super bored. All right. If we could get a close above 415.50, this area right here, that should be good for bulls. We need the 1 minute to close above this level. The IWM is comfortably trading above the VWAP as well. If this, price is moving up. Contract premium is not doing the best. Interesting. Apple is having trouble here at resistance at 168.62. The IWM reversed heavily off of the 200 simple moving averages on the 1 minute. Back at VWAP. This looks like a good shorting opportunity. We came to resistance again on the SPY, failed, and it looks like things are starting to deteriorate and break to the downside. Someone hacked into Instagram account. Bruh, did my Instagram account get it? Oh. Sorry about this. 1 second, guys. All right, so it looks like What the hell? All right, I guess I just have to expect to get logged out basically, or someone to try to hack into my Instagram every stream. So yeah, that's cool. As long as I'm aware of that now. I just expect it. Cool. Interesting. you guys get a bunch of messages from me on my Instagram account. It's not me. But yeah, well, I'll figure that out afterward. Doesn't seem to be working at the moment. All right. Let's see. We are trading within a very, very tight freaking range. Since basically 1020, we've been in this very, 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 very tight range. And yeah. Very, very fun price action. No, I'm not sick. So when I have long hair, it's like hard for me to dry my hair. So I have the AC on, and I guess I get sniffles. But no, I'm not sick at all. Thank God. People are such jerks. You said we'd be bullish. We have been forsaken. Yeah, 100%. I was completely wrong. But yeah, I mean, 417 didn't hold, 416.40 didn't hold, but it seems as though 415 is holding. But yeah, we'll have to see. IWM is still failing at VWAP, which is good for bears. The SPY is now very close to VWAP as well. This looks like another really good shorting opportunity. This is starting to look like a good shorting opportunity. What do you think about using the 5-minute? I don't usually use the 5-minute at all, actually. Upper channel on the 1-minute breaking down. Nice, Brian. Congrats. Good stuff. LA, don't get sick. We need you. No, I'm not getting sick. Checkmate. I have your fake Discord account trying to add me. Nice. Hey Shib, I'm gonna respond and everything after the stream. Thank you so much for the likes and the fire and the balloons and everything. Thank you so much. Maze, if you ever have AC problems, just let me know and I can most likely help you fix it just by texting each other. Nice. Nice, thank you. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Maze. Yeah, this looks like a really good shorting opportunity. As the SPY is failing basically at this level of resistance here. But bulls want it to stay above 415.33. But damn, this is starting to look like a very, very nice shorting opportunity. But Let's just watch. Let's just wait and see. I came to know about you from a fake Instagram account. Wow. That's nice. I'm already in conversation with 5 Hamids on the Discord. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, definitely smash the likes and subscribe and follow me on Twitch. Do all that good stuff. These next few days, we're gonna get much better follow through, momentum, better plays, etc., etc. Today, I was expecting the market to bounce earlier on, but we didn't, and things are just in a range now for the past hour and a half. But SPY is holding support, creating a bull flag, holding above 415.30. But we're right below resistance. The IWM is still showing relative weakness as well. It's still showing, still trading below the VWAP. But the NASDAQ is showing a lot of strength. Comfortably closed and trading above 316. With the NASDAQ showing this much strength, I don't want to short until the NASDAQ can break down below 316. With it showing this much strength, it's a good sign for the rest of the market, in my opinion. Right when I want to start shorting too, the NASDAQ just decides to show a lot of strength. They're lucky they hacked my account or tried getting into my account on a choppy day. Do this on a day when the market is moving fast. So I could make all the money you made this year scamming in an hour. SPY tapped the VWAP, failed at 415.66. Those haters should get a life. It's not hating. It's business. They live in different countries, and there's hundreds of different influencers. So all they have to do is just make fake accounts for each influencer constantly and message all of their followers to try to scam them. So $100 or $200 is not a lot for us, but in other countries it goes a long way. So it's just, you know, can't take it personally. Where do you see the SPY go before Wednesday's inflation meeting? It depends on today. I'm surprised that we didn't see a bounce yet. But the longer we can hold this support, the higher likelihood that we get a end of day sort of bounce. But imagine how devastating it would be if they just drop it to 412, 411. That would be interesting if that's what they ended up doing. Looks like a rising wedge on the SPY. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. NASDAQ is still comfortably trading above 316. So that is basically going to be like the short-term pivot. If the NASDAQ starts breaking below 316, then the SPY is going to show a lot more weakness as well. But with the NASDAQ starting to pick up, that is a good sign for the SPY. Especially since the NASDAQ was the biggest loser so far today. And seeing as it's showing the most relative strength immediately in the short term, it can cause the SPY and everything to bounce. But once again, the SPY is failing at VWAP. SPY is still sitting at VWAP. Wow, the market is moving so slow. This is yeah, I mean, honestly, there's not much really to do. I mean, if there are good setups, if we break above a range, if we break below the range, we'll play those. The guys in the traders chat are doing pretty well. Also, well, not also, they're doing better. They're doing better. So yeah, Sunbang got puts early morning, those worked out. And Lucky Ali also played puts. As long as the NASDAQ stays above 316, you can't have you can't really go bearish. 316 is very important to hold for the NASDAQ. It looks like a really good opportunity to get into puts. Really good opportunity to get into puts. But the market is too choppy. But we did fail at VWAP. Yeah, honestly, even the contract prices and everything are not moving that fast. All right, guys. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thank you guys for all the likes, subscribes, and the follows and everything like that. Thanks for everyone who's here. Today wasn't the best trading day. I'm still holding on to the lottos as well as this call that we got into. It's pretty slow moving. But yeah, I wouldn't aggressively go short until the NASDAQ can hold and close below 316. Once that happens, then the rest of the market can start showing a lot more weakness. And it looks like the rising wedge on the SPY also broke to the downside. So yeah, all right. Regardless, Yeah, thank you, Mr. B-Lax. Appreciate it. No, I'm gonna hold on to the lottos for today. We'll see if we get like a pop. And for these calls, I'm just gonna hold on for a 10% stop loss, and we'll move up. Are these 2 high important days for the macro market direction? No. Also, Thursday is very important as well because we have preliminary GDP data coming out, so that's gonna be important. But regardless, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Market wasn't really moving as we wanted, but so far what we can see is we're buying calls at resistance, buying calls at support, and just buying puts at resistance, and we just keep on trading within a range like that. The SPY failed at a VWAP multiple times. I wanted to enter into puts, but didn't pull the trigger. Oh well. So yeah, yeah, there's that. I hope you guys had a great stream, great day so far. Any other good plays, I'll post them in the Discord. And yeah, have an amazing day. Thank you guys.